Alright, adventurers, welcome to Caldoire, a city that has been left within the mystery of the world. Within a forest, not far from the City of Light, lays a massive town, once filled with people, left desolate. You guys have been ordered by the council to explore every inch of this place. There are a total of 15 floors, and there has been a shop and blacksmith and other things set up outside of the city for your characters. So you don't have to go into town to buy anything. First things first, we're gonna see who arrives first. Time door.
Hello.
You walk into the camp, and the first person that you meet is a very odd looking character. He almost looks like a gnome, but he has the face of a goblin. But he's
Well,
he's 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 too he's too he's too short to be a goblin, like the normal goblin size, you know. So
everybody's too short compared to me.
he kind of looks at you and he says, "Hello, who are you?"
I am Tyendor. Who are you?
Me name Greed. Hold on. Me name Greed. I run shop.
Peculiar name for a shop owner.
Tribe name. Oh my god, my mic's doing nothing again. Tribe name. Tribe name Greed.
Tribe name. Oh,
Real name
interesting.
not 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 so good. Real name hard to say for me. Transform into goblin from spell.
From what?
From a spell, he says.
Okay. Who cursed you?
Old wizard. Stole gold.
Do you want to hire me to kill him? Because I'll kill him.
He far
I'll
away.
crush him.
He very far away.
Well, I mean, with my giant legs, it shouldn't be that far.
Trust me. Very, very far away.
Okay, I won't go after this wizard.
And much too powerful. Anyway, I'm here to show you around. And he will kind of start walking away from you and kind of be like waiting for you.
Huh. I'll follow him slowly so I keep his speed.
Alright, the first thing that you come up upon is a very weird looking green orc who is currently not doing anything. But she is sitting in front of an anvil, and I actually have a picture of her. Hold on. Holding. I can't fucking find it for some reason. Also, she's not wearing a shirt. Yes. You see that. And immediately Greed will look at this person, and Greed will say, "Hilda, put on shirt!" And she will, like, look up very, very scared, and then immediately start slipping on a shirt. And she will look up at Time Door and say, "Oh, we have guest. Who you?"
I am Tyendor. Uh, if you are a blacksmith, I would very much highly recommend putting something on so you don't hurt yourself, from all
Hilda
the
liked the
flying sparks.
Hilda liked the pain.
But okay, sure.
Greed will say, "She's weird," and then
Fair
Hilda
enough.
will literally give him the middle finger, and he will start walking away from her.
Is that how you guys say hello here? And
No,
I hold
she's
up my
just
middle
not
finger at
normal.
both of them.
Hilda will say, I am normal. Me normal." And he will just shake it. Greed will shake his head and keep walking along.
I'll continue to follow Greed.
The last person that you see is a cloaked figure who is standing in front of a stall. He is currently setting up potions and setting up a wand shop. And he will
What are those?
quickly he will quickly turn around, and you can see nothing of his face. He is wearing I believe it is a wolf mask, and he will say, "Greetings. Who are you?"
My name is Tyendor. What are those tiny little sticks for?
Staves. They are magical, very, very magical, and very, very powerful.
They look like toothpicks.
Oh, trust me. These are my finest work. They will be no toothpick.
I mean, just saying, they kind of look like toothpicks. I do have something in my teeth. Can I use one? And I go to reach to pick one up.
If you have gold.
Duh. Not giving you a gold piece for a toothpick.
Actually, it's 100 gold pieces for a toothpick.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'll just go find a tree.
Of course you will. And then Quentin will arrive. And Greed will immediately run back to the front, like full sprint. And
I
Quentin,
just stand there and watch him.
the same person that once met Tyndor, stands in front of you. And he will say, "Hello, adventurer. I am Greed."
Quentin will look a little kind of shocked at that full, sprint towards him, and pretty much just say, "Hi. Why are you in a hurry?"
"'Cause I have to, fuck! I have to show you around, you know? I can't leave adventurers not knowing where to go for certain things, you know?"
But that's the part of the tale. We all go places we don't know where we're going.
"Yeah, but in Caldoire, you really don't want to not know who we are and what we do, 'cause you might, need us one day."
Well, we'll definitely see about that. Lead the way.
"Okay." And he will immediately start walking, and you see the green orc, and yet again she has her shirt off. And this time she's working on a piece of armor to seem like she is busy, and hopefully to distract Greed from her not wearing a shirt. And Greed will immediately say, "Hilda, I swear to God the council sent you here for a reason, 'cause you were a master smith! Why are you not wearing a shirt again?" And she
During this
will...
whole time, Quentin will be just keeping his kind of hand up above his general face around, basically hiding her uncoveredness.
And she will immediately turn around with a shirt on, and it was just the front part of her shirt. Or, sorry, the back part of her shirt that was missing. And Greed will immediately say, "Oh, Sorry. And Hilda will say, nice to meet... No, fuck. Nice to meet you.
Quentin will just bow and say likewise.
Greed will just kind of look back and forth and be like, anyway, moving on. And then start walking down to the last person. Come on.
Oh, wait, when did we lose Blair?
I don't know. I don't know, and I don't really care. If they're not here, they're missing out. They'll see the episode. Don't fucking care.
All right. So he'll follow Greed.
All right.
While
Greed will
keeping his
then
hand
lead
up.
you to the the wolf masked person. God, sorry. And the wolf mask who has already greeted Caldoire, who you see standing somewhere in the vicinity of him, will greet you as well and say, "Greetings, traveler."
Oh, sorry.
No, you're
I
fine.
forgot it was supposed to be. Greetings. How are you?
Well, that is the first time someone has asked that to me. Especially Greed here. Sorry, I just assumed that you didn't need my help. I was carrying a box of You know what? It's fine.
Quinn will mention to Greed, speaking that help is always needed. Help is always good. You're at the start of your own tale, and he'll continue on to listen to. I forgot the guy's name.
What guy's name?
The guy that was talking to Greed.
He didn't tell you.
Oh, and then what is your name?
My name? He will kind of look at you for a moment. And then you will hear this. Alani. In your head.
I will think to myself, neat trick, and see if he responds to it.
It does not seem like he understood what you said. Perhaps he is speaking in a different language.
Okay. Well, nice to meet you, alumni.
It is nice to meet you too. And just so you know, it's pronounced alumni.
Alumni. My pardon.
Anyway,
Alumni?
he will turn and look at Caldoire as if he is disappointed. And then turn back and say, anyway, you are here to enter Caldoire, are you not?
I'm here for many things, and those things of which I do not know. That we're to be told as we go along.
I'm here to crush bones and snap skulls. Or crush skulls and snap bones. Either way.
Fair enough. Do you guys need anything before you go into the city?
What will we be facing in the city?
We have no idea.
Hmm.
You got Quentin looking into his bag right now just to see if he has everything he needs, and he'll look up and say, as far as I know, I think things shall be in order.
Well, here. These were purchased by the council for you guys anyway. And he will hand you 3 lesser healing potions. which is 2d4 plus 4. And he specifically hands it to Quentin.
You said 2 potions?
He handed you 3.
3 of them. Okay. As soon as I get the potions, I'll ration 2 of them out to Calendor. And
Anyway.
I'll one of myself.
Each get 3 or just one?
No, one person got 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I handed 2 of them to you.
Right.
Well, if you are ready, I can open the seal to the city.
I am as good as ready as I will be.
Let us go.
Alright. Alani will immediately start casting a spell, and suddenly a massive gated door will open on your right. And almost instantly, you two will be moved inside of it, and the door will close behind you. What you see before you is a massive quartz citadel. And on the very top of the quartz citadel sits a statue. A statue that seems to represent some sort of deity. However, you cannot tell what the deity is from this far away.
I approach it.
It's on the roof, so unless you have a fly speed, you can't get to it.
Is there anything I can notice around?
How high up is the roof?
It is 250 feet.
Is there anything I can notice around the people, kind of like around us, that, if there's any symbolism that they're wearing that revolves it?
The first thing that you notice is that this floor has already been cleared out. There are many corpses of skeletons and zombies, and there is even a pool of blood, but there's no corpse to be found within it.
Can I inspect that blood just to see if it's a...
Sure, make me an Arcana check.
Alright. You gotta look at my Arcana. Where's okay?
Okay. This isn't actually that hard to recognize, so you would immediately recognize it. But I gave you the roll because this is actually a very specific type of blood. However, all your character knows is that this is the blood of a shadow, which is basically the demons of my world. However, you cannot discern anything about the blood. You just know that it's from a shadow.
Well, I'll, after I bend down to take a look at it, I will definitely, dip my 3 fingers into it and look at Calendor and be like, this ain't normal blood. Seems to be blood of a demon-like creature.
Ooh, demon.
If they aren't here now...
So where is it? Can I crush it?
Well, that's the thing. If they're
Let's find it.
You have to find it. It's gonna definitely be somewhere around here, because if it is bleeding, it can't have gone far.
Is there a blood trail that we could follow, or is it just a pool of blood?
It is a pool of blood that has been... It is basically just a big pool of blood. That is it. There's no trail, no nothing. For you two, since you are new players, shadows shouldn't bleed.
Okay.
They are non-corporeal beings, so they shouldn't bleed. This is an oddity, and that's why I didn't really say anything about it, because one, your character wouldn't really know about it, But 2, you guys don't know about it, so I'm giving you this one.
Well, as in the sense of my own
Okay.
story, Quentin is kind of, in my eyes, unversed to everything in this world. So he will, just take it as just another creature that bleeds.
I will now ask you, Quentin. Would you like to use your powers as a bard to learn this blood story, perchance?
If
Because you can do that in my world. This is what I've decided on my spirit thing.
Okay. Yeah. I will roll. I will roll basically to see, like, if there was once a dead body here.
Okay.
So I'll just do roll 1d20.
Yeah, just do that.
No.
Not that good, but also. Oh, that's fine. The small story that you get from this is a flashback. You see a young man standing before a giant being. One that terrifies even you. And I will post an image in D&D Pics. This creature seems to be somewhat of a fearful creature, with its violet glowing eyes and its strong stance, and the massive black aura surrounding it sends chills down your spine. And the one word that you hear it say: DIE! And the memory ends.
After I see this, I will kind of take a pause for a minute and to kind of compose myself and look at Tandor and say, there's many things I can see, and what I see here is something that just the two of us may be out of our power to handle, but definitely something that may or may have not been stopped.
Nothing is too powerful for me. I'll crush it. Come, let us find it. And I start walking away. Is there... How many... is It's just an open
There is a
kind of room.
door to a citadel, and that is it. A massive citadel.
Quentin will kind of like,
I say we go in.
as I'm like following behind him, take a look around to see if there's any like markings, scratches like on the wall
Well,
to see.
as you're
big of a
walking in,
that was.
you notice one thing. On each of the pillars, which, by the way, there are 12 pillars. On each of the pillar is marked a color. And in order, these are the colors. The first being blue. So the first pillar is blue. And we're going from left to right here. So it's not straight down a row. So left is blue, right is green. That's the first row. You get what I'm saying?
Left, right, left, right, left, right.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So the first color is blue. The second color is green. The third is yellow. But there's also a marking underneath of the yellow pillar, which is... Hold on. Holding. I don't actually know this god symbol. Bad DM. An hourglass surrounded by soul flame beneath it. Then the next one, so the fourth one, is orange. And underneath that column is an amber eye. Under the fifth pillar, which is colored purple, is a purple eye grasped by tentacles. The sixth pillar is blank, but its color is white. The seventh color is red with the symbol of a mighty star underneath of it. The eighth pillar is purely black with an 8-pointed star upon it. On the ninth is a light blue color, but there is no marking. On the 10th, there is gray, but yet no marking. The 11th is scarlet, and yet no marking. And the 12th is jade, with an oak leaf covering it. Those are the markings that you see.
Looking at them, they tend to be depicting,
Some of the gods.
Yeah, some of the gods. So, I'm gonna roll to see if I'm gonna try to look at each of those pillars to see if there's a familiarity to any of the gods that I know into each of the pillars.
I forget which god you follow. Which god do you follow?
I follow Blitz.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a religion. That's also the wrong chat.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. So does it not count?
No. You
They
rolled a
rolled
6.
off the table.
You rolled a 6. You do not recognize any of the symbols that may be connected with you.
So at this point, Quentin will just notice that there are God's symbols on the current pillars that stand, and look at Caldoire and say, "It seems we may be in a holy place, or at least a place."
Holy place, smelly place. Let's just crush the door.
The
And I
door
walk
is
up to
already
the door.
open.
Oh. Well, I just push it open a little bit farther and walk through.
The room that you stand in is lit up with a blue ethereal light. Yet there lays something in the center of the room, yet waiting. A book.
A book?
Yep, a book.
Quentin will look forward, then look back at the pillars and notice the first pillar is blue, and then kind of take a look back into the room that we're in, and mention, what if each pillar represents each floor?
There are 15 floors.
Well, there's still...
That would have been told to you.
Okay. He will stand by it anyways if he said it.
Tyender's just gonna go walk over towards the book and pick it up.
You are not at a high enough level to accept this question. I'm just kidding.
Letters just appear in the air. Get good.
The book reads, "For those who are worthy, say these words," and you cannot read the words.
You cut out right there.
You can't read the words. It says, "For those who are worthy." Sorry, allow me to repeat. It says, "For those who are worthy, say these words," and you cannot read the words.
I hand the book over to Quentin.
I will.
Yeah, you try.
I will not know what he's talking about and look at the book and see the words. Can I?
You cannot read the words.
As well. So I will look at it and okay, damn, I didn't take that spell. I will basically think to myself of if I say them out loud, something may happen. But if I don't say it out loud, what's the worst that could happen? So he will just basically try to pronounce the words.
Make me an intelligence check.
It's a good thing I let you do that.
Intelligence, where am I at? Oh, there you go.
You can just check intelligence if you have it connected to
Oh, do I do
exclamation point check space int. You can do that for every stat too, if you have it connected to Google Docs. There you go. Now press 3 or type 3 and then yeah, there you go. See?
Oh, okay.
All right, now make me a performance check.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
that's what these little rolls.
you fail. But you now know what the book says, but you didn't pronounce it right. The book reads this. Yalarandor de Fall de Se.
So as I pronounced it as I read it, and
You pronounced it wrong, so nothing happened.
so basically, I will like show the book to Caldoire and be like, "Yandor de Fall de Se," and see like say that multiple times to him. It was like, "Does this look right?"
Tyndor. You can now read it. However, if you would like to try to pronounce it, you also must make a performance check.
Well, I'll try. There's no harm in trying.
Exclamation point check performance. I will type it out just in case you need it.
Oh.
It is not one word. And also you put a period.
Nope. Yeah.
You can just copy and paste mine. You're fine. But just don't copy the period.
There we go.
Now type 1
Performance.
and press enter. There you go. Oh boy.
15.
Sorry, I feel like I just sneeze. No, I don't. Ah, I was teased by a sneeze. God damn it. Alright, Tyndor. You pronounce it correctly. And now we get to have a little bit of fun. If you would, please, click on my profile. Click. Or actually, you know what? Hold on.
What?
I'm just gonna post it. I have a picture. Go into D&D pics, please.
Okay.
Suddenly, what is summoned before you is somewhat of a demon. With white and black hair, with demonic-looking wings, and in his hand, he holds a spellbook crackling with green and red magic. His eyes are the same color as the magic that is attempting to write his book. And he will look up to you. And he will say, "You are not worthy."
Like hell I am.
Quentin will kind of like see like the mysterious darkness to it and quickly cast silence around him.
"Nakai," he says, and the silence is broken. You can feel something surrounding this being, almost as if it is a force field. And he will begin to slowly walk up to you, Quentin, and he will say, "You do realize that I am a mage, right? I know the ins and outs of every single spell."
I'm gonna hit him with my sword.
Your sword goes through him.
Oh, damn.
At this point, Quentin will like. How close is he to me?
He is 5 feet from you.
So 5 feet at this point, and he tells me that, and then Quentin will activate. He'll cast the spell invisibility.
He will just simply look at you and snap his fingers and you will be visible again. And he will say, "Please stop. I am not here to harm you. I just want you to understand that you are not worthy."
Quentin
Not
will-
worthy of what?
The power of the 12. You know, this! And he will immediately shoot his backhand towards a wall, and it will crumble and then rebuild itself.
Quentin will tell him that no one is worthy of the power of the 12, for no one can understand in which the power that it holds.
Do you know who the 12 even are?
And I will mention to him is, do we all know who the 12 even are, though we don't know their lives nor the stories they bring?
Well then, allow me to explain. I am one of the 12. And suddenly, a 12-pointed star will appear in his forehead. One, which on the 8th point is tinted black.
I walk up and I go to poke at it.
Your hand goes through him.
Steve. Damn it.
I'm a mere projection.
Just looks at us.
Please stop.
Tyler just turns around and starts walking away a little bit.
Anyway, allow
Shrugs
me
his
to
shoulders.
explain. I am one of the first 12. I am known as Heki Akai. I also happen to be one of the gods. And he will show you a symbol of an 8-pointed star as well as a horned demon. Which now you recognize that this person seems to hold some sort of power to the color black. Listen,
Noticing.
I will give you another chance. Just, please, next time be worthy, okay? If you truly wish to be imbued with the power, you must understand what it means to be a 12. What it means to be in a trial. And what it means to want to go home. And he will begin to tear up. And he will say, "My time is running out. And not many people are looking for me.
but I trust the ones that are. Will you be one of them?
I'll look for you.
Quentin will like grip his necklace and look at him and say, but the question is, it's not who's looking for you, it's who you're looking for.
He will smile. I'm looking for the lost family I once had. But I will never find them. And he will vanish.
And the book falls from your hand onto the ground.
And does it still have lettering inside the pages?
Yes, but it seems that you cannot pick it up again.
It's just like Thor's hammer stuck to the ground?
Yep.
Okay. So I can open up the pages, or is the book completely shut?
You can turn the pages. It's just you can't pick it up.
Is there anything else within the pages that I
Oh
can
yeah,
find?
but you can't read it.
I mean, can I pronounce any of the other words?
No, because it's in a different language. I gave you the first one because it's technically a subversion of Common, so you would understand a little bit of it.
Okay. So what I'll do is I will take one of the parchments of paper that I have on me, and I will do my best to copy a lot of the text that I can from it.
All right, you copy some of the book's text. Good job. Now, suddenly, a panel will appear in the center of the room. And you will hear a voice that sounds very weird. And it will say, "Contenders, please go to the pedestal."
And who just kind of looks around, wondering where that came from, shrugs, and walks over.
Quentin's just wide-eyed and just like, what have I gotten myself into? And will like slowly follow behind.
All right.
As soon as you make your way to the pedestal, the floor will begin to move downwards. And after
Like
about
an elevator.
after about 50 feet, you will come to a room. A room with 3 doors. One directly in front of you, one to your right, and one to your left. Each one is marked. The middle door is marked with a scythe. The right door is marked with a book. The left door is marked with a skull and crossbones.
I'll look at Caldoire
Damn.
and say that, well, it all started with a book, didn't it?
Did you hear him, Tyndor?
Yeah, sorry. I guess the book? We'll go to the book?
How long is like the hallway kind of like in front of us?
Hold on, I'm eating. Sorry, I'm hungry. It is 15 foot long. Each door is 5 foot away from you.
I'll like push open the door with the book on it. Or we'll check to see if the door's open.
The door is indeed open. And you find yourself in a library.
I will cast dazzling lights within it. Or dancing lights.
Hold on. Okay. Oh boy.
Oh, damn.
Suddenly, from the back of the room within the library, you will hear, "Hayasiti Mador Saka."
I just look back at Quentin and did you do that?
I look at Caldoire and say, I'm afraid not. And how can I see how big the room is at this point?
The room is at least 100 feet long. However, you cannot see the end of it.
Um, up to how far can I see?
You can see at least 50 feet in front of you.
So, can I see like basically everything past 50 feet, or is there things like obscuring vision?
It seems like the room has no light.
But I cast dancing lights inside of it, so even then it still doesn't.
Well, the area that you cast dancing light does. However, you still can't see the end of it.
Because I can cast dancing light within 120 feet.
How much light does it give off?
Each light sheds off about a 10-foot radius.
Oh yeah, you can't see shit.
Mm.
This room is 500 feet. So, good luck.
So at this point, I will use my bonus action to move the lights up to 60 feet to a new spot within range, and the light must be within 20 feet of another to be created by the spell. So basically, I'm going to be moving them basically to the sides of the room, which is 4 of them, like kind of just sideways, and at least 20 feet between each other.
Alright, you can see a little bit of the room, and suddenly you see a lever. Perhaps you should pull it.
I will turn back and tell Caldoire.
Caldoire is having some internet problems.
Oh, okay. At this point, I will cast Mage Hand and just kind of stay at where I'm at, where Caldoire is, and have Mage Hand pull it.
The room lights up, and now you can see the full room. There seems to be no enemy.
I'll slowly creep inside of it and just kind of get a better sense of my surroundings of where I'm at, and just where that sound wave came from.
The room is very long. As I said before, it's 500 feet in each direction. The room is lined with many bookshelves and one singular place that was perhaps used to check out books at one point in time. And there are books on the counter. In fact, there are 12 books on the counter.
I'll go to the desk, kind of hop over and see if there's any like paperwork regarding checkouts and names or anything regarding my surroundings.
Yeah, there is a parchment on the very front of the desk which says checkouts and check-ins. And it reads, Day 1. Hekia Kai. Book taking out. Source of all magic. Day 2. Book taking out. Has no name. Has no book. Day 3. Same thing, no name, no book. So it seems that no one came in for the next 2 days. The day after that, it will say book returned. Hekia Kai.
source of all magics. 2 days later, book checked out, God symbols, random person's name that you don't know. Not significant enough for a story. Also, kind of dead.
I'll see if there's any paperwork regarding the location of each of these books from where they were returned from.
There are, and you can easily find them. But on the very last day, because there were like no other books taken out. On the very last day, which is day 20, it reads something odd. It reads, "Please help us. He is here to kill us."
As Quentin reads this, he'll, kind of see if he can find, of course, something that regards where the multiplication for multiple books would be, and kind of look around to, also be wary of, where he's at, and where, Calendor is kind of like posted.
Time Door is simply following behind you, making sure that you are okay. For now, I will play Time Door, and he will say, "I am just here, waiting to be summoned for crushing of skull."
Yeah, so I'll just continuously look around, see if we can find any books worth knowledge of this place.
You did find the same book that was checked out on day 1, which was from the person who checked it out. You had just met. You find the source of magic, or the source of all magics. The other books that you could kind of get an idea of where they were was the 12, the Book of the 12, obviously. The story of the man behind it all. A book named Malona. A book right next to the book named Malona that is called Malona Fauna. And basically a whole line of basically what's on the planet of Malona, it seems. Or whatever Malona is. Perhaps it's a place. And then you will see other things like God stuff and other kind of not useful stuff. But there is one book that kind of sticks out to you because it is illuminating a black light. You cannot read the title.
I will take the Book of the 12 as well as the Book of, was it the Source of All Magics?
Yep.
And, kind of put that on my person, because, if other people are going to read it, I'm going to want to read it because, what it can attain to another person, especially in a place like this. And then see this book and cast Mage Hand to bring it to me.
The black book?
Yes.
As you cast Mage Hand to pull it free, and it pulls it free, your Mage Hand will suddenly dissipate, and the book will fall on the ground. You feel like you shouldn't do that again.
So, I cast Mage Hand, the book fell to the ground, so it's on the ground currently.
Yep.
And I will cast Mage Hand again to see if I can have it wave over the book to kind of push the cover open.
Your conscience is telling you not to do that. But you try to make a slight error to open up the book, and the book does not open. But everything in your body is telling you not to open the book.
Okay, so I will use my mage hand because it's still there to poke the book to see what happens.
Your mage hand would disappear instantaneously.
Quentin will become kind of like puzzled on why it is doing this. And since the book fell, and since it's out of the, let's say, the rack which it was in, can you see anything on the cover at all? Like, describing it.
On the cover, you see the same person that you saw in the vision. And it says, weaknesses.
Okay. Then Quentin will cast his mage hand again, as well as with his hand poke the book at the same time with one finger.
Oh boy! Please roll me a d20 plus 12 plus your level. That is the wrong chat still.
Ah, damn it! Sorry.
So
I gotta switch back and forth.
26.
What are you looking at? A 26.
As you touch your book to the hand, or your hand to the book, and your mage hand to the book, with everything screaming at you that you shouldn't have done it, you touch the book. And I have to mute my audio. And my microphone, because YouTube can't hear this. Alright, that's what you see. And then you suddenly jolt back as you feel as if you've seen enough. And you can't handle anymore.
Can Quentin recall the words that the two said before charging in?
No.
So Quentin will kind of like self-analyze, from hearing many stories and writing the stories of many people. Kind of if he has heard of a tale similarly close to like this at one point in time.
You've heard the tale of the three heroes. That's the closest thing you get. The three heroes were three people who stood up against the once known evil, or the still known evil, fear. One was holding a massive scythe that could reap the souls of many. The next wielding a blade filled with stars. And the last held a shield to protect his allies.
I'll kind of just like skim through the library with this knowledge and see if I can find anything similarly close to regarding any of the three heroes that I've heard about and have witnessed.
There is a book on them in the library.
I will take it and read it while we're kind of on this floor waiting.
The book begins to talk about the three heroes and who they really are. The hero wielding the scythe is now a god known as Edward Hollow. The man wielding a shield is known as Shieldon. And the last person wielding the blade filled with stars is known as Locke. The wielder of hope.
With my knowledge of the gods, can I roll to see how much I know about each one?
Sure, Shieldon is not a god. I can give you that one. But please roll me a religion check for the other two.
Boop, 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 boop.
Also, the other person said that they're trying to join back. They're just having some problems right now.
Okay.
So, I'll continue. But it's fine. Hopefully...
God
next week-
damn.
God damn! Well, I'll give you this. You remember seeing each god's symbols on the 12 pillars once you entered.
Okay.
Some of their symbols were on the pillars, basically.
So, I guess with my knowledge basically upon the gods, I will write down, just what I know about, their symbols and, from this little story about each of the gods, kind of like that Locke is a god and, what he, like basically the beginning of each of their stories. I'll write it down inside a book.
Okay. As you begin to write it down, you begin to hear something in the back of your head. You show potential. And that's all you hear. And suddenly, the book that was once illuminated with a black color will dissipate. And the book lays in front of you. It seems someone is giving you a chance.
Quentin will. You said the book appeared in front of me?
Yep. It is floating before you.
So at this point, Quentin will. Where is it? Give me 1 second. Oh no, what did I do with it? Don't tell me I lost it already.
What did you
Sorry.
lose?
This was like the perfect moment for me to like do something. So that's what I'm trying to find, like the where it's at on our chat, so that way I can do it. But shit, I can't remember the exact pronunciation. But Quentin will basically try to repronounce the words upon the book that he read from the first room.
Yalalandor the Fall de Se.
Caldoire the Fall to say. And he'll
As you
try
speak
to.
the words, nothing seems to happen. It seems that you are still not yet worthy. However, the book that stands in front of you is the one that is named, that has the picture of the person that I showed you, the violet-eyed guy,
Hmm?
and it says weaknesses on it. And it seems to be floating in front of you. That's the one that I'm talking about.
Well, I'll like grab. I'll put my hand out to grab the book, and
It will simply float into your hands. And you will hear again. Prove to me that you will face him, Quentin.
Quentin will immediately, because he heard those words with the book in his hand, just kind of scroll through the book to see, to read the book as much as he can.
All right! You have unlocked something great for the living world. And my Codium is going to hate me because I was hinting at this for so fucking long that there was a book on what fear is weak to. And you found it. So, you have unlocked the book that lists every single one of fear's weaknesses. However, this book can only be read in a certain place that only certain people know about once.
Okay.
Your character will understand this and will want to find
Cut
those
out for a
people.
second.
What?
You cut out for like a second.
Your character will now understand this and will now seek out those people that may be able to read this book in that specific place or learn how to do it himself.
Okay.
However, this comes with repercussions. If you were to ever have your character die by a shadow, there will be a great loss to the warrior world, which I cannot reveal what it is yet. So, I would choose not to die if I would be you.
Okay. I'm assuming because not many people know about this, and that's why it's a great loss.
Not only that, but something else very bad will happen. Especially if you're holding the book on you.
Oh. No. Reincarnation. Alright.
No, much worse. Anyway. What do you do now?
As I read the book,
Well, you don't read the book because you can't read it.
oh.
I wouldn't recommend doing that here. You will die.
Quentin will like kind of skim through the pages and kind of get the idea that I can make out the word weaknesses, and then kind of put it into my bag and like look around and think to myself, if there's a book like this here for him, the one in my vision, what else do we have here that can supply us with enough knowledge to move forward? And I will kind of like do a quick skim around for any books that pique interest to where I'm at, what I'm doing, and who I could be looking for.
I can tell you this. Your character will simply hear a voice inside of their head before having another vision of the same person, the demon that was standing before you with the green and red eyes. And he will begin to tell you, there are some people that you can reach out to. The first being a person by the name of... Hold on, I gotta get their name. Because I don't quite remember it myself. Well, obviously, you can reach out to Locke, the god. You can reach out to Vaughn, who can get in touch with Locke. You can reach out to Yellow. You can reach out to Ben.
What I will do is I'll reach out to Blitz. I will reach out to Blitz for the passion for the story and knowing the rest. Knowing of the Book of Weakness and knowing that I have it and knowing that there's this image before me, as well as can't remember his name, but the figure that appeared before us and everything, and I'll ask Blitz to please guide me to my path along this story.
Unfortunately, Blitz cannot guide you here. Your passion is received kindly. However, Blitz does not possess the power to help you here.
So at this point, that sense of feeling that, let's say Blitz can't help me here, I will kind of go back to the room full of the 12 pillars and look at the ones that are currently there with the symbols, and reach out to, pray to Blitz that is alright that I try to speak to the others in prayer to gain knowledge for this passion.
Blitz will lead your hand toward the right pillar, the colored one of red.
And I will say, in all that I pursue, I thank Blitz, and I will look at the red pillar and try to analyze which god it is that I'm looking at.
You are looking at the god known as Ben.
I will look at the pillar and realize that I'm it's Ben. I will pray to Ben and say, I've seen many things and heard many within my time of just being around this place. There seems to be a far evil greater than of what I know, whether it be good or evil. It's not which or what I can decide, but will you guide me, Ben, to figuring out what I should do at this time?
He will reply to you with, if you can make it past the 5th floor within Caldoire, I will give you a trial. And there, you will learn of the power that you have obtained now, Quentin. And suddenly, you will illuminate the blue ethereal light very, very softly.
So Quentin will kind of like look at this and, have his wings kind of flutter to see if, if it's on the wings as well. And
It will vanish as quickly as it appeared. You're not quite ready yet.
he will, just kind of look at that, the fact that it vanished, and kind of like puzzle and question the words that Ben said, and think about the 5th floor and whether or not, it's something he should be doing now, or whether or not he should be, searching for others to help him with this task. So he will kind of gesture Caldoire that I'll tell him that it seems like the power is not, it seems like the power here is far greater than which maybe we should be handling right now. And maybe we should have others to proceed forward, and, kind of tell him to go back to town to kind of hire others to come with us.
You will gladly follow. Do you go back into town?
Yeah, we'll go back.
Alright. The first person that greets you is Greed, and he will immediately be like, checking you out and be like, are you hurt? Are you okay? You okay? You okay? You fine? You fine?
And Quinn will just basically kind of be like overwhelmed by like the sense of knowledge and the story that he's following that has now interjected itself with his own, and tell Greed, it seems we're far more into something than we know we are.
I see. Well, you were hired by the council, so you're the one that has to do it, man. We can't get anyone else.
So,
Well, actually, we do have one person. Do you want us to get him?
Quentin will ask him, what do you mean by him?
Oh, trust me, he's a very powerful person. But he won't help out as much as you think. He'll just tell you what to do and how to do it. But he can probably give you some more answers to what you're looking at.
Quentin
What
will
may have
say,
happened in there.
it's not always by the actions that make you a great person, it's by knowledge. So, of course.
Oh, good. Alright, hold on. And you will suddenly hear Greed yell, Yang! And then nothing, for like 5 minutes, nothing seems to happen. And then suddenly, full sprint, comes a man. And I will put him in D&D picks. Hold on. I don't know where the fuck he went to. There we go. Tattooed with waves on his body, with blue-looking hair. He wears the garb with waves on it as well. And he will look at you, and he will say, Hello, young traveler. My name is Master Yang. I'm a master monk, and I'm a speaker of the 12.
Quentin will say, a speaker of the 12.
Yeah,
And
you know,
he'll
we
relay.
shouldn't really talk about this
things.
here. Hold on, you gotta follow
Oh,
me. He will begin to lead you to a tent that looks to be made out of amber.
is there anything I can notice about the thing other than it being made by amber?
Nope, it's just made out of amber.
Well, of course, I'll follow him and just kind of look at the tattoos of the waves upon his body and the tattoos he has, and try to get an idea of, you know, himself.
So, tell me, Quentin. You are safe here. This
I'll tell
place
him.
is made out of amber.
So is amber a protective quality?
Yes. Do you happen to know of the great evil that we currently fight?
I know of a few things, but in which, whether we know it's evil or not, I don't know of. There's a lot of things within the floor.
Have you seen a guy with violet eyes?
Yes.
That's who I'm talking about.
Is he evil?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Quentin will, just mention that he's read a few things that possibly could affect him.
Like what? Did you hear me?
No, there was like absolute silence.
I said, like what?
I'll tell him that in which I can't read. I couldn't read, but I have memorized a few passages that possibly can help, but would need a mind reader who can verse these words into person to help.
Are you talking about the blue book?
Yes, I'm not trying to give away that I have the blue book or that it could potentially be something that other people know about fully just yet. To
Okay.
Quentin, he's a little more.
Yang will say, let me guess, you found something that you can't read because it's in a different language.
Quentin will say yes, and I couldn't pick it up.
Ah, so you're not worthy either. Great. Okay. Let's see. Where do I start? Alright. So, have you heard the story of the 12? Do you know who they are?
From the book that I read, or the book I have on me, which I'll pull out that says the Book of the 12, I will say, I am just beginning now.
Do not worry about the book. I will quickly explain. Yang will begin to explain that the 12 were once heroes in a far away land in a different world known as Malona. But yet their power still lays within this world, and that they have been kind of resurrected again. But yet they have torchbearers that they must find before the 7th wheel turn. And those torchbearers must hold the power that they once held to the great enemy. He will also begin to explain that the 12 are the only reason that we today are alive. They saved us from the great evil
this point, I'll mention to him of the black, green-eyed and red-eyed person that we saw with wings.
Ah, Hekia Kai, my good old friend. Sadly, yeah, I'm a refraction of him.
A refraction.
You won't understand.
Do tell.
You literally won't understand. I will tell you, but you won't understand a thing.
I'll take out a piece of paper and, one of my pencils, or not pencils, but parchment, my pen, and I'll be like, try me.
Alright, here we go. Basically, these people that I may or may not be connected with in some
Cannot?
sort of way. What?
You said cannot be connected?
No, that I am connected to. I feel as if I know them. Like they're a part of me. And sometimes I see things that I shouldn't see, but that they've seen. They give me powers, and they give me strength. You know how they say power in numbers?
Yes.
Well, if I had any numbers, I'd be the most powerful being in this world. Let's just say that's how refractions work. And you know, he's not the only one. But I can tell you this. The person that you saw is on our side. We're trying to save him.
So at this point, Quentin will kind of look back at his words and reread it to himself, that what he wrote down. And he will mention to him that you are connected to people that you feel like are a part of you. And sometimes things that you see shouldn't be... sometimes you see things you shouldn't see, but what you do not see, but yet you have seen. And they give you powers, but you don't know in which your true capability, or in which why don't you use them.
Oh, I do. But not in the way that you think I do. You see, refractions are weird. They only want to come out when they feel like it.
Or whether or not you deserve to use it.
Oh, trust me. I know how to use it. I know the power of refraction.
So Quentin will say, if you were to read this book, would you be able to tell me what it says?
What book?
The book that I found inside.
Oh, absolutely.
So which language is it?
Elden Warrior Tongue.
And what
An
can you
Elden Warrior Tongue. I'll type it.
So I will take out the piece of paper that I had, then which I pulled out from the book that I said the first words on.
Yep, I know what you're talking about.
So that piece of paper that I take out, I will hand to him to see if he can read it.
The one who must read this book must be chosen by the color of blue. They must face in a trial whenever they are ready, yada yada yada. Powerful being, Don't do this alone. Have allies. Maybe have a refraction. Yeah, this is simple. Basically, what this is telling you is that you have to have enough power to survive the trial. You have to be a high enough level.
So, just thinking about the idea of having more power to do so, in which I will look at him and say, so where do we begin then?
Right here.
Define here.
He will smile. I will join you on your quest. I will teach you everything that I know, but I will not help you in combat. I must see what you can do, Quentin.
And Quentin will look at him and say, every great story starts from a start. Whether it be a beginning of something great or the death of many, I guess this is how we find our way. And he will say, lead on then.
Well, first, we should get some rest. But before we do you perchance have any artifacts yet?
Artifacts, no. And which I have are things from my past. Something from my benevolent. But other than that, no.
We'll have to find you one then. Perhaps in Caldoire. I will unlock it for you. But, again, you have to be worthy for that, too. We will see how it goes, then.
Quentin will say, no one's worthy of power or anything greater until it is decided upon them. So it's not to me to decide if I'm worthy, it's up to whoever in which bestows the decision. And
Yang will simply touch his palm to your forehead and you will illuminate the blue light again. And he will say, it seems that you've been chosen, Quentin. So shut up about it.
Quentin will just kind of pause and write it into his book.
And trust me, this isn't gonna be an easy task. And that's where I'm gonna end the session.